What's going on, guys? It's your boy Pauly, and I'm back again with another video. It's been a long time. I lost my hair, I grew a big beard, tried to get some sun. I am still wrenching on cars, still having fun, fixing problems, especially this thing. And today we are working on a 2012 Mercedes Benz GL350. It's a big old 7-seater with the air suspension over here. And as you guys know, they call these chassis Alabama trash for a reason. So let's get right into it. I bought this car at the beginning of the year. I got it from a buddy of mine, and he told me that there was going to be a couple problems with it, but I just didn't expect that it would be such a problem-infested vehicle. Out of all of the cars that I've owned for all these years, I've never had a car that almost didn't want to be fixed, that it didn't want to stay on the road, because it's been one problem after another, suspension, electronics, turbo, engine, transmission. It's been an absolute laundry list of problems, which I've spent a lot of money on and a lot of time fixing. It feels like an endless chase of suspension problems. With this air suspension, when it works great. But other than that, it's just an absolute rat's nest of a problem. Firstly, I had to replace the front struts, replace the rear shocks. I did the valve block, I did the air lines. Everything seems to be good and seemed to be holding up until most recently, the compressor failed. And it's just sitting right over there, prepped, ready to be changed. It's got a crack in it, it's leaking, bubbles like crazy. You can hear it, you can feel it. We're also running out of daylight, so that's gonna be lots of fun. We got maybe like an hour, maybe 45 minutes left. We have no hoist available right now. Since the compressor failed, I have no front airbags. The rear airbags hold, but the fronts do not. So therefore, kind of undrivable. Don't really want to cause more damage. So I'm stuck here at the house. What's up, Steph? I'm here at the house working on this bad bitch today. We've got a new Arnott compressor with a new relay as well. So as we work on this thing, we don't want the compressor to be turning on. So we're gonna pull the relay. We have also another new relay, so that's also good. But we're just gonna leave this thing right over there just so that it doesn't turn on, and then we are good to go. We can start pulling this thing apart and getting it changed because we are running out of daylight quickly. I may just pull this splash shield off just so that it's a little bit easier to get to it. But we're gonna be working in right there. We've got the supply line right over there. 2 plugs, 3 bolts. The main line here is a 12 mil. We are going to crack the main supply line here that goes from the compressor to the valve block. The line has come off with the fitting right there. Bingo bango, Dodge Durango. And there we go. We've got the old compressor out. These are the little rubber bushings. So inside of there sits a little spring with a little washer that basically holds this compressor into and onto its bracket. So from what you can see here, you've got the 2 plugs, which are going to be the same as the OEM ones as well. We've got the main inlet right there for the compressor. And if this bad boy is sitting like this, I have a crack somewhere here on the plastic body where it is just leaking and leaking and leaking. Before I install any sort of new parts, I like to compare them to the old ones to make sure that everything is good and that everything is as it should be. For example, we've got 2 plugs. They're both 2 pins. We've got the mounting brackets pretty much in the same location, on the same angle. We have the main airline here that looks to be in the same place. We've got sort of the same body shape. We've got the 3 mounting holes, the 3 mounting brackets in the same place. Both made in China Arnotts. And then we've got the main intake as well going right here. So that should be good. Man, this sucks not having a bench and a place to work, you know what I mean? You gotta work on the ground. This is the little half spring, half bushing that holds the compressor to the bracket. So you've got a flat washer where the stud from the bracket goes all the way through with a nut to hold it in place. You've got a little rubber bushing on the one side, you've got a spring that sits there, and then you've got the actual rubber bushing on this side that sits on the compressor. We'll throw that down. That sits on the compressor there. So basically this is gonna sit in the spring there, and that's just going to provide a little bit of resistance. This one's a little sloppy, but hey, it works. It ain't really broke. And for whatever it is, 30, 40, 50 bucks or whatever for new ones, I think I'm going to save my money and put it to keep fixing this GL for the other rest of the parts that this thing may or may not need or already needs. On the new Arnott compressor, they say to not remove and to not tighten this fitting. The same thing about the struts, same thing with the airbags. They say the valve block as well. They say to not remove these, to not tighten them, and to not touch them. Just push the airline through. But the problem that I have is that this airline is very old, very brittle, and I don't really want to cut it, and I don't want to abuse it more than I have to, because number one, I'm going to run out of length, and then number two, it's already so hard and brittle, it's shaped perfectly to go into the compressor. It's in the same location, everything is proper, so I have to kind of remove it, which I've done. The only thing I've done is I've gone ahead and removed the old O-ring from the old fitting, which is also an Arnott fitting from an Arnott product, so should be same. And I am going to put on the new one, and the new one, much better, much nicer. So at least that way, it should have a good seal. I'm gonna torque it properly. Obviously, I'm putting it into plastic, so I gotta be careful. And it is an Arnott product, going into an Arnott product, so in theory, we should be okay, but I just, you know, I don't want to mess with my airlines more than I have to, because I already did. So we're going to meet halfway. We're going to change this one, use the old fitting, and then let's slam this bad boy in, because I am running out of daylight and I don't want to work on the driveway for longer than I have to, especially when I'm working on the ground. So the dark, dude, the dark in the driveway. The mosquitoes are coming out. There's bears out here. There could be sharks out in the waters. You never know, dude. You never know what kind of critters are out here. My neighbor's having a barbecue and I can smell it. And I could smell it already this entire conversation. I'm like, dude, something smells delightful. And I can see the smoke. Brother, we're hungry. We're hungry and we're tired. You know what I mean? So let's get this thing in here. And yeah, this thing is old and brittle. Like, I don't want to crack it. I don't want to make it do something that it doesn't want to do. So that's on there nice and clean. The threads are good. The fitting is still sitting nice. Okay, still turns. Perfect. Also, something else to note. These plugs like to run hot. If somebody's already cut and soldered and cleaned up these plugs, but I know from my days of working at Mercedes, we would sell a lot of these connectors, a lot of these pins. They would just melt, and you can even see on this one as well, it's already starting to melt a little bit. So this is the second time I've had this compressor out, and I've already kind of cleaned this up a little bit. But just a note, if you have electrical issues, check your plugs. They may be the problem. Ah yes, this is the melty boy, and that's the non-melty boy. So melty boy goes up top. Okay, so we got both plugs on. We've got the airline on as well. Now we're just going to do the intake side, just so that that is all connected and proper. The bushings are a little bit loosey-goosey. Could be better, but it is what it is. Could be worse as well, as it's been. I wanted to not over tighten this this main line here, because it's just going into plastic, so definitely was a little tricky to get that one on, but obviously we got it on there properly. We got the sensors, we got all these three tights, so we're just gonna throw a clamp on there, and then let's fire this thing up and see if it works. Don't you just love working on your driveway with no hoist or no lift or no nothing? Shout out to those jack stands that are, I don't know, like 25, 30 years old or something like that. So, you know, just trust on your life with those bad boys. But we got the old compressor. We've got the new compressor. We got the airline, the intake, everything supply, everything like that bolted up. We got the plugs in, and we've got the new relay ready to go as well. And I just want to say, the best thing that I love about this job is that you don't even have to remove the wheel, which is awesome. You just take off the inner fender, take off the splash shield if you want, and lift her up and you're good to go. So, okay, moment of truth now, right? So, I'm doing this with my left hand, this way. We're gonna just put this in. Goes one way, that way, okay. Mr. Left Hand, got the old relay. We're just gonna move this out of the way. Let's see if she fires up and how she does, shall we? Moment of truth. Let's see what's up. Do I also have anything? Okay, nothing's under the hood. Nothing's gonna hit it. Okay. Okay, compressor clicked. I can hear it. Let's see what's going on. Do we have pressure? Does it work? So it got dark and I had to finish this thing up real quick, so I just rushed to it, slammed it back together, put the inner fenders back on, splash shield, tested it out, checked the air filter, made sure the air filter was clean as well, because you don't want your compressor, your brand new expensive compressor, sucking in dirty air. So we're gonna go for a test drive, make sure everything is good, go through all the paces, get it up to highway speeds, do all that fun stuff, try to replicate basically the check engine light, the suspension malfunction that originally came up on the car. So if you ever need to change your compressor on the fly and you don't have a lift and don't have a hoist and don't even want to take the wheel off, that's how you get it done with a GL or an ML or any kind of thing, any kind of 164 chassis that's running air suspension. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can totally do it with the tools and the knowledge that you have. And I hope this helps. Till the next one, peace.